Namaste. Today, we have the distinct honor of speaking with Shri Atul Jog, the National Organizing Secretary of Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram. He has been in the forefront for the welfare of the tribal community for many years. Today, he will be speaking with us regarding the status and different aspects of the tribal community across different parts of Bharat. Sir, we welcome you to this program.
Thank you. Namaste.
Could you provide an overview of the Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram's current national presence? In how many states are these organizations working, and in which areas the work of the organization is more intensive?
Kalyan Ashram is working in tribal areas across the country. In our India, there are only 3 states where tribals are not residing, or tribal villages are not there. Delhi, Punjab and Haryana. But in the rest of all the states and union territories, these tribal communities are living and they have their tribal villages, all the communities are staying there. So Kalyan Ashram is working for all the communities of across the country. So we have 40 provincial units of Kalyan Ashram. From Kerala to Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, we have our presence. And in the west, from Rajasthan, Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Mizoram, and in Andaman Nicobar also we have presence. We are working. And Kalyan Ashram is working in the field of education, because we are working for the development of tribal communities across the country. So education is a prerequisite of any development. So we are running schools, hostels, medical centers, skill development centers also. In this way, we are working across the country. And in nearly 350 districts, we are working. Out of 700 plus tribal communities, we are working in near about 600 tribes. We are working already penetrated. So we can say that where there is a Vanvasi, Kalyan Ashram is there. You can say like that.
In which state, is there any particular area or state where you are more active or more intensive in your work?
You see, like our focus was earlier in Chhattisgarh, because our work started in Chhattisgarh only, at Jashpur Nagar in 1952. So last 73 years we are working in Chhattisgarh. Similarly, when Bastar problem arises, so last 40 years Kalyan Ashram is working in Bastar area. So it was also focus, and I would like to give you good news from Bastar also, that our one lady worker, Budhri Tati, she is working for last 40 years as a full-time social worker. She belongs to the tribal Gond community. Now Government of India has awarded her with Padma Shri Award. Similarly, our Dr. Ram Godbole and his lady wife Sujita Godbole, both are working last 35 years and they are providing medical help in Bastar area last 35 years. So they also getting this Padma Shri Award this year. So our working is last 40 years, we are working in such Naxal affected areas, and our workers are working there very nicely with the support of tribal communities. Similarly, we have a good penetration or concentration in Maharashtra also, Gujarat, Rajasthan also. We have a wide network, because all these states has a population of near about 1 crore tribal population in every state. So it comes under 5th schedule area. Similarly, we have focus in Jharkhand also. It is a prominent tribal state. And last 40 years or more than that, since 1980, 45 years, we are working in Northeast in all the states. So the focus of activity may be different. In some states we are working with the education, In many states, we are working for the preservation, protection, and promotion of tribal faith, culture, custom, tradition, language. So we are working for protection of tribal identity also.
Generally, people have a concept that the tribal peoples are very underdeveloped or they are a backward man. And also, the definition of scheduled tribe also is giving such an impression that they are isolated from the normal.
Correct.
They are being categorized as normal or abnormal, like that. Categorization also there.
Yeah.
So, what do you think from your this vast experience? What do you think about?
In our freedom movement in 2020 to 23, Government of India in the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, we have celebrated Amrit Mahotsav of independence, 75 years of independence. So at that time, we studied on the history that what is the contribution of tribal communities in the freedom struggle movement. So we come to know, because people, many city dwellers or metro people, they know very less about tribal communities. They know only Birsa Munda. That is also within last 4-5 years people know about it. So they do not know about tribal communities because they never visited their villages. They never had interaction with these people. So when we studied, and we got near about 100 tribal heroes in every state. Birsa Munda is an icon of tribal freedom fighter, but Sidhu Kano is there, Ramji Gond is there. Even in Kerala also, tribal freedom fighters fought for our country. In Northeast also, Rani Gaidinelu. So 100 of them are there. But there is a difference, vast difference between the freedom fighters in cities and tribal areas. For I will give you one characteristic of this freedom fight movement, that in tribal areas, when Birsa Munda fought against Britishers, he sacrificed his life, but thousands of Munda people and Urao people has sacrificed their life. We do not know their name. Sidhu Kano also had a fight with Britishers. Thousands of people were sacrificed their life for the national cause. When we say 1857 war was the first Indian freedom fight movement, but before that 70 years, Tilka Manjhi in Bihar, he started, or he waged war against Britishers, and along with him thousands of people were sacrificed their lives. But in cities, say Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhadev, they also very bravely they fought against Britishers, but community didn't stand with them. So this is the major difference. So when Britishers discuss about this freedom movement in their assemblies, they thought that there are major casualties of British army was in tribal areas. So they thought that we have to suppress these tribal people. But how to suppress? So their strength was their jungle, thick forest, where they reside, because they were not dependent at all on Britishers. So they thought that how can we make them weak? So in 1856, Britishers acquire all the forest within one day. So the owner of the forest became an outsider. Similarly, they establish forest department. They establish Forest Act. So through that, all this setup, tribal people cannot enter in forest. And if he enters in the forest and he say take any mango for his sustainability, then forest department will catch him and he will be charged as a thief. So from owner to thief. In 1871, India was first census was there. And in 1871, Britishers passed Criminal Tribe Act. So all the tribals were tagged with criminal tribes. So with this intention, they make tribal people backward. No education, no sustainability. So they in academic in academic field also they said, you see, these are all criminals. So this is not a civil society. So they are educationally backward, socially backward, headhunters. These all negative adjectives are being used for these communities. It is the worst part of it. And unfortunately, we studied the same history, same anthropology, and we also made some image that tribals are like this. Unfortunately, Bollywood films are the copy of Hollywood, so they have painted in this way also. So this is a tragic story. But these people are not like this. These people are very honest, are very hardworking. They may be poor, but you cannot find a beggar across the country who belongs to tribal community. So there are many good virtues they have. So Kalyan Ashram want to project these good virtues. I would like to narrate a story for you. One Supreme Court lawyer, every year he used to spend 5 to 7 days in tribal areas just to learn from them, not to teach to them. Okay. So last year he went to Jhabua, which is in Madhya Pradesh tribal area. Bhil people are residing there. And he had an interaction with the villagers. He asked, do you have a temple in this village? Villagers said, sorry, we don't have a temple in our village. But you have Bhagwan, Ishwar, God? Yes, we have Bhagwan. So where is he? Oh, his place is outside the village, near, under the banyan tree. The idol is there. So can we visit and see them, take darshan of this God? People were very happy because outsider lawyer came from Delhi and he wanted to visit our Bhagwan. So people were very happy. He asked, do you have a priest? Yes, we have a priest. So the priest also accompanied with the lawyer and the villagers. So they went and they had darshana, he had a puja, then dakshina and prasad. All these rituals were performed. Then that lawyer, the Delhi person, he asked the villagers, how many times you pray this God? Villagers said, thrice in a year we come here and worship for our puja. Then he asked, in that prayer, what do you ask from Bhagwan? People said, we do not understand your question. What do you ask? Your service, money, or some these things? People said, no, we ask only that we ask Bhagwan to give sunlight across the year. We ask Bhagwan to be a rain in right time. Let rivers flow quietly. Let this nature be quiet and calm. So that our friend from Delhi, he said, they do not ask anything for them. Then he asked, why are you not asking money and wealth for you? People said, Bhagwan will not give us. That we have to acquire by our own. So we will see that how can we acquire. So that selfless devotion. In cities we said selfless devotion, but when we go to darshana, we have a charter of demand. So it is a bargain with the Bhagwan in the city dwellers. Those we are called educated people, elite people, and we say these tribal are uneducated. So in such many examples are there. So I compare to think that who is educated? And I think that education and civilization, they do two different things. People may be less educated, but they are more civilized. So I have experienced in the last 30 years in this way.
Conversion has always been an issue in our country.
Yeah.
Especially the conversions were frequently happening within the tribal areas from long time. So what is the Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram's stance on converts, and people are getting converted to other religions, and also the issue is that after getting converted they are demanding the status for scheduled tribes. So what is the official stance of Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram on this?
You see, conversion efforts by missionaries are going on last more than 200 years. And they are giving education, healthcare facilities from last 200 years. And on the name of service, they used to convert them also. So the intention behind the service is a conversion. I visited in Mizoram Chakma tribes. So missionaries are working there for many years. But the Chakma people are strong Buddhist, so they did not get converted. So they closed down all their mission work in Chakma areas. So in this way, the intention, you can understand them. But these Janjati people, tribal people, they have their different gods, their prayer systems, the various festivals. So they are not united on the basis of religion. Whereas Christian came here and they asked, what is your holy book? So tribal people don't have holy book. Because documentation or writing scriptures is a pattern of Semitic religion. In India, we have a folk knowledge also there, folk songs are there, mantras are there. Nowadays they are in written form, but earlier it was coming through traditions only. Then which is your worshipping place? They know we can see Bhagwan everywhere. So in this way, they started asking questions and the people are unable to give answer. Okay, then if you don't have Bhagwan, we will give you Bhagwan. If you don't have prayer place, we will give you place. We will teach you how to pray. Like this way, they started educating them and started converting them. But in faith and culture are two words. So what is culture? Culture is a manifestation of faith. But nowadays what these people, Christian people are doing, they say, oh, we are converted but we are also tribal. Because we are celebrating the festivals, we are singing the same songs, we are dancing on the same tunes. So we are still Christian, but we are still this tribal community. In who is tribal, that local committee has gave certain characteristics. So the people who are residing in jungles or in isolated areas, so their dependencies on forest. Similarly, these people have their unique way of life. They have their different culture, custom, tradition. So they have. And in earlier days, now it has changed, their shyness in contact. So they don't want to mingle with the city dwellers. But that shyness is now gone. They are also getting education. They are also coming in the mainstream. And they are also becoming doctor, engineer, advocates, and every profession, they are there. So in this way they are converting. So, but some people, they want to protect their religion, custom, traditions. So Kalyan Ashram want to stand with them, that those who want to protect their custom traditions, Kalyan Ashram is there, because Kalyan Ashram do not convert anybody. Suppose I am from Maharashtra, I was working in Nagaland. So say I used to pray for Ganesh Bhagwan, for example. But where I worked in Nagaland, this Zeliang community, so they call Bhagwan or God as a Tinkau. Okay, I also used to pray for Tinkau. In Angami tribe, I went there, so they call God as a Uke Penufu. So I used to stay in their prayer with my folded hands, with the same devotion. I used to pray for Ukepenufu also. So Kalyan Ashram want to protect their culture, custom, tradition. So we are not anti-Christian. We are pro-indigenous faith, you can say. And we want to protect them also. But in constitution, when constitution makers, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, while framing the constitution, they take care of the two communities. One is scheduled caste community and other one is scheduled tribe community. So Article 341 gives status to scheduled caste communities. And that's scheduled caste because casteism is in only Hindu community. In Muslims and Christians, there is no caste discrimination or casteism. Caste system is not there. It doesn't prevail. So in the amendment, they said that those who converted to Islam or Christian, they will not get the status of SC, scheduled caste status. Similarly, they will not get reservation also. They will not get any benefits also. If they will become Christians or Muslims, they can avail benefits of minorities. They can avail. But in ST, scheduled tribe, because many people used to say these tribal people, they don't have religion. They have religion, but they do not express. The written scriptures are not there. So that is why people say that they don't have religion. So in constitution, that regarding ST, religion part is silent. So if you will get converted, then also you are Christian. If you are following their indigenous faith, then also you are ST. But in 1967, Congress MP and the then minister also, Kartik Urao from presently Jharkhand, he raised the voice that 10% Christians are availing these benefits of tribals, of near about 80% benefits they are availing. And 90% indigenous faith followers or Hindu tribal people are availing only 20% or 10% benefits. So it is diagonally opposite. So he raised the voice and he demanded that faith and culture are inseparable. These are both opposite sides of the same coin. So he demanded that those who are converted, they should not get reservation. Or you can say those who are practicing their indigenous faith, culture, custom, traditions, they will only get reservation. And at that time, he gathered support of 346 MPs. This is the 55 years before this situation was there. Then in the discussion, after the discussion in the parliament, joint parliamentary committee was formed and a vigorous tour and meetings till 1970, they come to conclusion after all these sittings that yes, this demand is very justified. But unfortunately, the then Prime Minister, Honorable Indira Gandhi ji, she may be under pressure of Christian communities, so she kept it aside and she said, okay, later on we will see. But last 55 years, this demand is pending. In 2006, tribal leaders across the country gathered at Raipur and they formed Janjati Suraksha Manch. In Constitution, scheduled tribe is written as a Janjati. So Janjati Suraksha Manch was formed, and through Janjati Suraksha Manch, this demand was again came on the floor, but many people was not knowing about it. People used to say it is no dead issue, leave it. But tribal leaders said no, it is our right, and it may not be useful for us, but in our future generation it will be useful. So they started movement in villages, districts also, and in many ways. In 2009, they have collected signatures in support of this demand of Janjati voters. So 28 lakh voters were signed on that demand, and that chart of this list of demand was submitted to the then President, Dr. Pratibha Devi Singh Patil. She was also not aware of this thing, that after conversion also they are getting the benefits and in SC they are not getting. So this is this discrimination. Why this discrimination is there? She was also not aware of it. Then in last 4-5 years, again this demand was continued, and in district level, state level, we have had mammoth rallies across the country. In 218 districts we had rallies in this support. In 22 state rallies we have conducted across the country. So this is a demand. But being a capital of India, Bharat, Delhi is there, and in the mainstream media, this demand is not yet get any publicity. So we thought that we are organizing one Janjati Sanskritik Samagam, one a tribal cultural conference, you can say. In that way, we want to address the country. Tribal leaders will go there in a big number, and they will say this, as I said you earlier, that negative picture is there, but what is the positive picture that has to be come to people? And yes, that due to this government, present government, there is a quite positive picture is coming up regarding Janajatis, because we are fortunate that our respected President of India belongs to tribal community, respected Draupadi Murmuji. So people come to know that, oh, being a lady of tribal community, she thinks in such a way, and all this Indianness is embedded in her character also. So, and in many awards are getting to these tribal people. So this, in this way, we want to give the message to the nation that this tradition, culture, custom of tribal people is an identity of Bharat, and it has to be preserved. In this way, we want to give a picture in this rally.
In the post-independence period, a lot of governments came, and most of the time it was Congress in power. As you said, Indira Gandhi kept the bill pending. And the formation of Janjati Suraksha Manch also came up with such a need. But in 2014 now, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has come into power. The BJP-led government is there. So do you find any change from the past, from the Congress-led governments? And for the last 10 years, BJP is under Narendra Modi ji is in power. So what changes do you find in this time regarding the tribal communities?
You see, not only Narendra Modi government, I would like to appreciate the government under the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji also. He is the first Prime Minister who recognized tribals as an important part of our country. So he established government, ministry for tribal affairs. Earlier it was under social welfare department only. Then earlier the commission was also joined, SC/ST commission was there. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji framed this new NCST, National Commission for Scheduled Tribe, and it is working nowadays also. So this is the thinking process of BJP, I can say, and I want to appreciate the cognizance taken by these governments. And Modi ji also going on the same path. After the Modi ji's government or this BJP government or NDA government, there are many good things they have done for these communities. Many schemes are there. Everybody knows about it. I should not mention it. But regarding, apart from these schemes, welfare schemes, Modi ji declared 15th November, the birth date of Bhagwan Birsa Munda, as a Janajati Gaurav Divas. So it is a pride of tribal community. And we are observing that across the country, everybody is celebrating this Janajati Gaurav Divas. And Kalyan Ashram also wants to celebrate it. And not he was a tribal hero. Hero is always national hero. He maybe belongs to tribal community. So those who sacrifice their life for the national cause, for a social cause, they are the property of nation. So Kalyan Ashram also celebrate this event in Mumbai, Delhi, and in many big cities also, in towns also. So this is a good thing. He has connected with the tribal community and rest of the people. Similarly, as I said, President of India from tribal community, Adaraniya Draupadi Murmu ji, is also gave a good message, not only Bharat, for all the universe, I can say, in all the nations also. They are all surprised that tribal person can be a president of any country. That also like an India, big democratic country. So this is also a good thing. And Dharti Aba Yojana, then primitive tribes development, it has been accelerated in this process. Now in Bastar also, that Naxalism they have finished, and now they are planning for all the schemes and development. They are focusing in Bastar area. So all these many good things they have done. In Northeast area also, it was earlier Look East policy, now Act East policy is there. So in Northeast, in all the border villages, I would like to appreciate one thing, that when on these bordering villages, I visited many places. So the condition was very pathetic. But now all roads went there. Development is coming fast. And we used to say, or people used to say in those days, it is the last village. But Modi said, no, it is the first village. And in all these, say, Tibet border, Bharat-Tibet border, Myanmar border, Bangladesh border, or Pakistan border, Bhutan border, all these areas are, most of them are 50% near about villages are tribal villages. So you cannot protect country only by military. The people residing on the border, they are also very decisive. If they are patriotic, then you can protect the nation also. So I think that Modi ji or this government has done many good things.
You told about conversions earlier, and nowadays many tribal people who got converted to other religions like Christianity are coming back to their roots.
Yeah.
A kind of Garvapasi is happening. So what's the role of Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram in such a kind of Garvapasi of this tribal people?
You see, Kalyan Ashram do not do any Garvapasi. Okay. Kalyan Ashram used to support the people, those who want to protect their religion, custom, traditions. And there are many tribal organizations are being formed for the protection of their own religion. Especially Northeast, we heard about Northeast that people has said that it is gone case. It is not gone case. In Northeast, in Kalyan Ashram, with the help of Kalyan Ashram, near about 80 tribal communities, they have their own indigenous faith organizations. Say, for example, you might have heard the name of Rani Gaidadelu, freedom fighter. She started her Zeliangrong Harak Association, is such a indigenous faith organization. Then Arunachal Pradesh, Doni Polo mission is there. Doli Polo Yelang Kebang is there. In Bodo community, you might have heard in Bodos, they have also their Bathok Sampradaya. Then Bodo Brahma Samaj is also there. In Karbi also they have their indigenous faith organization. In Tripura also. In Mizos also there are some people are there. Those who are following their indigenous faith, they have their organization. So all these villagers, their indigenous organizations, they convince the people and request their brothers, you please come back. And in many places, because you see, it is a social process. Because while they will come back, then who will marry with that family? Kalyan Ashram will not intervene in their personal matters. But village elders, village priest or village community, they accept them as you are our own people. then it is very good. So Kalyan Ashram, we use another word, Jat Bhitari. Jat Bahari, means if they become Christian, they used to go outcast or out of the village, out of the community. Then we are re-entering, please come, and they come. So Jat Bhitari. Bhitari means ask them to come. So in this way, there are many Jat Bhitari programs are coming up, and people voluntarily they are coming without any threat. They are coming back. That's a good thing.
Regarding the coming rally in New Delhi, regarding about the delisting of these issues of the scheduled tribe people who are got converted to other religions. What are the preparations already taken by Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram for their big program? And what do you expect from the government or other authorities to address this issue?
You see, regarding preparations in all the states, we have committees till district levels and in some block levels also. And all the meetings are going on, workshops are going on, wall writing have been started. And I hope in this rally near about 600 tribal communities or more than that will be represented. In the last 75 or 77 years, there was not such a one rally of all the tribal people. There were some individual or some one tribal people went to Delhi, they had a big rally. It may be there, but that was for one or two tribes or for one state. But all the states and all the tribal communities are coming together. So it is not only a rally, it is a historic moment, I can say. For a single demand, all the tribal communities are gathering there. And it is a selfless demand, I can say. Because you see reservation, how many people get benefit of reservation? 1 or 2%. Am I right? So, other rest of 98%, they are not getting anything about it. But they want to protect their religion, custom, tradition and Indianness. So, this rally is a historic rally. So, that is why all the preparations are going on. Then media workshops are going on. Wall writing have been started everywhere. Then we are collecting regarding railway tickets. So people are voluntarily giving their ticket money also. So they are collecting there and they have to book the tickets for 2 months ahead also. So preparations are going on because near about 2 lakh people will be gathered in Delhi. We hope so. So in this way, in Delhi also, they are getting ready. All the preparations are on wall footage. And we hope that this will be a good message. You see, this is not a political rally, I can say. And this is not a Jindabad Murdabad wala rally also. Just Janjati people will go there, they will express their culture, custom, tradition, and they will say, yes, we are like this and we want to preserve this, our faith, and all the benefits which is given by Constitution, we have to get. Those who are converted, what they will get, that government will say. And fortunately, this government is a decision-making government. Many big issues, many very brave decisions are being taken by this NDA government. So, across the country, in all, across the party line, across the tribal line, across the religions line, people think that this government will take such great decisions. So we hope so.
Our Prime Minister has put the vision of a Vikasit Bharat in by 2047. And when we say Vikasit Bharat, the development of tribals is a very important part. So do you think that the development of tribals means taking them or making them some people similar to that people in urban
areas?
Or do you think that preserving their own customs, their own traditions and their own standard of living? What is your opinion on that?
You see, urbanization is not that much good because village should remain like a village also. Yes, but people should get jobs there, they could earn there and they should stay there also. For that purpose, the infrastructure is needed. Roads are, communication, schools and whatever it may be. And these Janjati people or communities, they have their certain strong talents. Say sports. These Janjati people are very nice in sports. But if they will get training, proper channel, then they will excel in their own field. Unfortunately, last 10 years before, or I can say, these people, they don't have any ambition because they were staying in isolations. They never get exposure of all the world, but now through mobile they are getting exposure. Through TV channels they are observing many things. So now they are also becoming ambition, or they have some expectations also. They have also some dreams. So yes, if they are eligible, they should get a chance. That is why resolution is there. So people are very nice and they should get this opportunity. But say for example, forests are there. Still in 2006, Forest Right Act was there, came out. And why? Because before that, forest was, or before today also, forest is under Forest Department. But through this FRA, Forest Right Act, there are two provisions that every Janjati or tribal family, they should get some land to sustain them there. It is called individual patta. And then community forest. Suppose they have their religious place, it may require big land mass. You have to give them. There are some ponds are there. So ponds are also part of jungle forest. So they can do fishing there. Then it has to be given to them. Similarly, there are certain, in this tribal community, a very good concept is that some part of the forest they called as a Mata ka Van, ya Devrai, Mata Nu Van, means the sacred forest, you can say. So nobody can go there and cut the trees or disturb the forest. It is nothing but the preservation of biodiversity, I can say. So these are good practices coming from thousands of years. But Forest Department, they don't want to give forest to the villages. They think that they will cut the forest. But under FRA, Forest Right Act, there is no provision or there is no permission to cut the forest. You can grow the forest, you can nourish the forest, you can take some fruits or leaves or whatever it may be, the minor forest produce. You can use it. That is the provision is there. But still in many states, people are not getting this benefit. If they will get this benefit, then they can be sustained on the forest also. And minor forest produce is a big market. Suppose honey is there. So honey has a great demand if it is gathered, properly processed, properly packing, it has a good demand. Some herbals are there. Nowadays these ragi and all that, millets are coming up. All these given by forest people. So they are also there. Village, cities also very good, great demand is there. So Kalyan Ashram is working on this also. I would like to tell you that last year in 2024 November, in Uttar Pradesh, the governor of Uttar Pradesh is Anandiben Patel. And we are working for this obtaining individual patta to the villagers last 4 or 5 years. And in 2024 November, 25,000 tribal families got their land. So it is a big achievement of our tribal protection of tribal rights. So similarly, in many states we are working, and similarly we are constructing some model village. In Baripada in Maharashtra we have a model village. Now they are earning, this is the richest village in all the area. They are sustaining on their jungle and their agriculture, and they have all the families, they return their BPL cards. We don't want BPL facility. We are no more BPL category people. So it is called self-respect. Now they are helping nearby 50 villages for this, and they have started their own brand, Shabri. So Shabri toothpaste is there, Shabri oil is there, Shabri fruit greens are there, and online marketing they are doing, all these things. So in this way we are started some model villages, so people can replicate it also.
You told about these products like honey, then this Shabri product. Are they getting the market price they deserve? Or because economic stability is an important part of their development. So how Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram ensure that they are getting proper marketing price for these products?
In many times they do not get also. Because suppose the fruits, they grow fruits, but in fruit market, the dadagiri is from other people, other caste or other communities I can say. So they don't allow them to come to market. And the price they give, say they give 1 rupee and that middleman earns 10 rupees. But they compare to give on 1 rupee. They don't have other alternatives. But this processed or this packed food or these items, it is getting good thing, and this government of India also TriFed department is there. So TriFed is working for that, but still the country is very big. So Kalyan Ashram also have city or urban units. So we are now engaging urban units with the villages, because urban people know how to prepare the products, how to market it, and they also need these things. So in this way it is a joint venture of say city dwellers or urban people and the village people. But it is just humble beginning, I can say.
Earlier you talked about Bastar and Naxal activities were somewhat eliminated from Bastar. There may be some minor areas where still it is there. So what kind of awareness Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram has initiated in these areas which were affected by this Naxalite movements? How Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram could bring those people from their Naxalite minds to the Indian mind?
You see, we are just doing seva there earlier. Because Naxalism, they have arm in their hands. We have only medicine in our hands. So we never went to fight against Naxalism, okay? Because it is a political demand, it has to be settled and it has to be take action by the government only. But we are doing selfless seva last 40 years in those areas. So people knows us. Even in some cases, there's this Naxalite people, they are also human beings. So they also need a pill of medicine, paracetamol they also need. So they also used to come, and our village health worker can give them also. So but we are working for the people, and they also knows that these people are really working for them. So we are working for the people. But regarding change of mindset, it is not a such fast process. It may 10 years at least. But governments can prepare roads there, they can construct the schools there, because there is one area which is called Abuj Mad. Abuj Mad is a huge jungle, and till today I can say there is no survey, so people do not know how much big that one, because survey land survey is not available at all. So now the survey is going on. Then we will come to know how many villages are there. We are not reaching in all the villages till now also. It will take time. It is a slow process because it's a social assimilation process. It may take time.
Okay. Regarding the work of Kalyan Ashram in Kerala, there are areas like Wayanad, Attapadi, Idukki and So how is it going, and what are the future plans for Kerala tribal areas?
You see, in Kerala also we are running hostels. 3 hostels we have. One school at Kanyanbetta in Wayanad is there. And earlier the students were less interested in studies. But now we see that students are coming at right age. They are eager to study. They are competing in various competitions also. So now they are getting good education. They are interested, and their parents are also aware nowadays. Similarly, for healthcare also we are organizing medical camps in those areas also. And as I said earlier, that regarding the protection of tribal rights, that also we are doing in this Wayanad and Idukki area for tribal people. They should get their rights also, and welfare schemes also they should get. For that also we are working. In this way we are working in Kerala also. And similarly, one thing we are doing that unfortunately documentation of their tradition, customs, their indigenous things is not yet done. So Kalyan Ashram has started a research center in many states, and through that we are documenting their all these things. So in Kerala also in future we will have a documentation center and we will process these things.
You have been traveling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari in different tribal areas. You have worked extensively in Northeast also.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question that we always said we are Indians. There are Samskriti or our Samskar is connected from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And what is in your observation? Do you find that same Samskriti, different customs are there, different practices are there in different tribes? Do you find that something that it connects every tribe in India?
Yeah. You see, India is such a beautiful country, I can say. There are certain varieties. You see, face cut is not same in every state. He may be tribal, non-tribal, it is different. In tribal also there is every tribe has a face cut is different. They have their own festivals, they have their own language, customs, and folk tales, folk dances, folk songs. So everything is different. But when I was working in Nagaland, so I was working in Angami tribe. So there was a festival, we can say post-harvest festival. Na? So after this harvesting, they used to give thanks to God that yes, you have given us enough grain and all that, so we thank you. So that festival called Sekreni. So I asked my friend there this year on which dates this Sekreni is coming. So he said, Atulji, it will be 1 month later it is coming. Well, why? This year, one extra month is there. Adhik Masa. In Malayalam, I don't know what we call it. Adhik Masa. So I was surprised. So I said, do you know Adhik Masa? Yes, we have. So I was stunned that who taught them this Indian calendar system? They know January, February, but they have their Purnima, Amavasya, all the same. And in every state I used to visit, they have the same calendar system. Because in schools now we are not teaching these things. But their forefathers knows it and they are still preserving. Similarly, I went to Arunachal Pradesh. There was one Sea Doni festival is there. So I asked, what is this festival? They said, you see, Atulji, it is we pray the earth, Bhumi ki puja hai, that's all. So why? Because Bhumi is Mata. So in every state, people call Bharat Mata. The concept is same. I went to Mizoram and Assam border, Rifle-Bara village. So they conduct the puja of river, but they call Ganga Pujan. So who taught them Ganga Puja? The name of river is also not to Ganga. So these people we are all same. Nothing difference. Only face may be different or looking may be different, but we are all one nation, one people. I have observed many times.
So thank you so much for your valuable time, and you have talked or given much information, so much information regarding the tribes of our country and their issues and activities of Kalyan Ashram. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.